The road to sustainable energy begins at the heart of our communities, where dreams of a brighter future meet the will to take action. Through the collaboration of Sustainable Energy Access Association of Kenya and the county governments, grassroots voices have found their strength. Ward climate change planning committees are more than just structures. They are the heartbeat of local transformation.
Huu mradi una manufaa kwa sababu umeniajiri na umewaajiri hao watu wengine. You don't have to rely na serikali tu kusema ati serikali ikusaidie, na wakati si unaweza kujisaidia na mradi kama huu.
Ward climate change planning committees are more than just structures. They are the heartbeat of local transformation.
This program was initiated back in the year 2021. The first things that we did were proposal development. As an organization, we developed a proposal that we submitted to the US Embassy, Kenya, and they supported our tree nursery with equipments to help us expand and propagate more seedlings.
One of the key challenges is the resources, because when you call these people, when you even call them for just a small capacity building, they expect you to maybe reimburse something or something, which is quite difficult, maybe from the government part of it. Another key challenge that is really affecting us is that you see some of these wards have really taken off. They are doing very well, but still we have so many who are still doing nothing, or they are just waiting for the government to, to come through. Of course, we have success stories. If I can give an example for Where Ward Climate Change Committee, we started with them very, very fresh. They did not understand issues of climate change. So we at least we capacity builded them. Wakaelewa. We did proposal writing. They did a proposal writing to the US Embassy and they were funded. They are doing restoration for one of our forests known as Borsat Forest. And I can tell you the success rate there is almost 95% of the trees that they have planted, and they are doing that with the community. We have another ward in Kinangop known as Murungaru. They are doing restoration works very well. In fact, they have an industry to use wool ya sheep. They make mats, door mats, car mats. So those are the success stories that we at least we are not yet there, as we are saying. We want to go somewhere, but we can see some baby steps. When you look at the future in terms of climate actions, especially within this county, Nyandarua is one of the counties that is very forested in this country. So one of the things that we are doing as a department right now is that we are trying to look at the regulations of carbon market in the national government and see how we can align them with the county government, so that our people start benefiting.
Initially, there was not even the director was not even there. That is 2020, 2021. That is the time we are struggling. And for us to fight climate change, we found it important first to institutionalize and regularize all the required regulations. So through His Excellency the Governor, we formed the Climate Change Directorate, and we enacted necessary laws which will guide us. Like we have the Nyandarua County Climate Change Act 2021, and we have also the Nyandarua County Funding Regulations. And that is how we went ahead and we prepared fully for the flock program, so that we won and we became part of the first counties to be funded by the World Bank funded flock program. To all other officials, I want to tell them climate change is local, so are the solutions. Let us deal with the local community in finding solutions for the things which they are being affected, because they are the most affected people. As above where people may not feel it, but the local people are feeling it. Let us get their solutions and what they need to be done. To our partners, I want to start with the SEAAKENYA. They were very instrumental in building capacity of our climate change committee. Thank you very much to them. I want also to thank the World Bank team. They have been very helpful in guiding us on how to deal with local land climate actions. We have also had some other partners, like the Nature Conservancy. They have been very helpful to us in rehabilitating of the Lake Olobolosat. We have the IDF International Forest Foundation. In the Lower Shamata, they have also come in handy.
When knowledge is shared, change takes roots. When communities are empowered, possibilities become real.
I'm one of the members of Ward Climate Change Planning Committee in Hellsgate Ward. We are 12 in number and we come from different areas because Hellsgate is sparsely distributed. Wakati tulikuja na tukafanya public participation, we heard that wamekuwa na shida sana ya maji. So sisi kama watu wa WCCPC tukaona hii ni opportunity mzuri ambao tutaandika hii proposal after being trained na by God's grace after tumeandika proposal yetu ikaenda through na tukaweza kukuja na wakasaidika. This area is a area ambayo inaweza grow chakula sana. Na hii area pia iko na mpaka wanyama, watu wako na wanyama, mifugo, but wamekuwa na shida sana ya maji. So wakati tuliona hii project tuliona ni itasaidia sana especially in terms of irrigation. Chakula hapa zitakuwa kwa wingi na at least hii area hata ita hike in terms of prices kwa sababu hii area imekuwa nyuma sana for a long time. Hata kuuza land imekuwa ikiuzwa pesa kidogo. Lakini with this project chakula itakuwa mingi, land ita hike na sisi kama wana Hellsgate at least tutaweza hata creation of employment.
In future we are planning to have nursery trees so that we can also change the environment because if on day we have 3 seedlings, then during the rainy season we can sell or give to our farmers and then the area will really change. In future, our future plans, because there is enough sun in this area. So if we can have solar system, we can pump water from the dam to a higher level whereby now the water can move at gradient level and farmers will really benefit. At the moment, the number of homesteads that are going to benefit from this plan, we have about 500. Those are homesteads. Yes, if you take from each and every homestead, there are about 10 members. So when you multiply 500 by 10, you get about 5,000. Those are the people who are going to benefit from this dam.
Ile kitu tulifurahisha pia ni mambo ya kwamba kutakuwa na Flocker Fund. Pesa ambazo zinatoka World Bank ambazo zitakuwa zikisupport miradi zote zenye tutakuwa tukipropose kama committee. So wakati tukirudi kwa kamati tukarealize kwamba sasa tunajua mambo yetu ni gani na tukaweza kurealize zile mambo kama biashara zenye zinatusumbua. Tukarealize number 1 kuna mambo ya clean energy, kuna mambo ya shida ya maji, kuna shida ya taka, tukarealize pia mambo ya drainage. So wakati ilifika sasa ni kupropose mradi, ndio tukakuja kurealize kwamba tuko na park ambayo imekuwa ikisaidia watu wengi sana. So tulikaa na tukajadiliana kama committee na tukakuja kwa pamoja tukaona ni muhimu kwamba hii park yetu tuifanyie renovation kwa sababu ilikuwepo na mbona nafurahia sana. Kwa sababu wakati tulianza na hiyo mashida na nini, lakini sasa hata mtu akiangalia hii ni mradi watu wananchi, hata ukiongea na wananchi wanaigoja kwa hamu ifunguliwe. Leo hii kama Gitau ninafurahia kuna mtu ataamuka mradi nini kifunguliwa, ataamukia hapo atakuwa kipata pesa yake kila siku na ataweza kulisha familia yake na kusomesha watoto.
Since the city itself doesn't have enough greenery to absorb all the carbon and also cool the city itself, bring an cool island effect. I think for this park, it has achieved that through the vegetation cover. Also, we have adopted the Sponge City concept. The concept is making the city as porous as possible to allow rainwater, stormwater to percolate in the city and reduce runoff. So by this, we have also sorted out the issue of flooding. By providing green infrastructure inside the city, we've also tackled the issue of drainage. And it's also one of the issues the WCCPCs identified as one of the hazards inside the city. Not only climate issues, but also the quality of life. Because when you're designing, I think it's important you capture also the elements of design, maybe through planting, through the way you do your curbs, the way you do your colors, contrast and texture and all that. So that when someone walks around inside the park, they can also release their stress through the change of sceneries inside the park.
I'm here to talk about Flocker, which is financing locally led climate actions. Flocker now comes in as a beacon of hope It's a beacon where everyone can tap the resources that are made available for us, and we can empower every community that is within our neighborhood so that we can implement the sustainable innovative solutions that we have for to address climate change. Our goal is to ensure that we have a solution that fits our community's needs. FLOCA is not just about financing, it's about a movement where we can shape the lives of our people for a better tomorrow.
From Nyandarua to Nakuru counties, ideas born in small rooms now shape fields of prosperity, illuminate homes, and power dreams. Because when people unite with purpose, sustainable energy is more than a solution, it's a spark of hope.
For the Nakuru Climate Change Unit is to also extend appreciation to the donors that we have been able to work with. Now with respect to World Wide Fund, which is WWF, and also SEAAKENYA for supporting us through the start. From PCRA, from proposal development, capacity development, and you know capacity development is a continuous process. We not only do it once, we do it, it's forever. Even now, we will still capacity develop these World Climate Change committees. So we thank you as the donors for at least being there. Even when maybe the FLOCA money was not there, at least you have come through and we have been able to see your support. Maybe what we will urge maybe is extend your support not only in terms of capacity development, but also in terms of implementation of now the hardware projects. At least now that is even easier for documentation to track the progress when it comes to monitoring and evaluation. Also for the Nakuru Climate Change Unit, maybe the challenges maybe we face, Nakuru County is a water scarce county. So you will find most of these World Climate Change committees, they target more of the water projects. Forgetting we have environment, conservation, protection, rehabilitation of these dams, or maybe rehabilitation of this, the environment. So maybe this is to urge the World Climate Change committees, and also now even to urge you as the donors to also help us focus more on environmental conservation. Like maybe let me give an example for the Hell's Gate Ward, along the embankment of the water pan. Now we will need for the World Climate Change Committee now as their own initiative, or maybe through our funding, no problem, we'll be able to maybe plant grass, plant trees, so to avoid that sand or silt that is going to get into the water pan, especially when it rains. We'll continue to work with you, partner with you, and also when you get more partners out there, now in support of our projects, also bring them to Nakuru. As we say, Nakuru is a county of unlimited opportunities.
The journey started in 2021 when the Nakuru County Climate Change Act was enacted. And among the things that SEAAKENYA has immensely participated in is facilitating the process of having the World Climate Change Planning Committees on board. And Nakuru County is among the counties that were very lucky to have conducted the process through the support of SEAAKENYA and WWF. And we are able to induct all the 55 World Climate Change Planning Committees. And that is one of the things that have made Nakuru County to be very successful in implementing climate change resilience programs and projects. We are the leading at the moment in implementation of the projects. This department also is mandated in advising on issues to do with energy and purposely or purposively renewable energy. We are the policy drivers in the county and advisors. And we are happy to have also gotten support from SEAAKENYA also. The gaps that we've noticed so far, especially in that energy action plan, is the funding to the sector has been limited. And our observation is most people do not understand the reason why they need to be concerned about energy. And if you look at the statistics, Nakuru County still above 60-something% of the population is still dependent on charcoal. So it's been a challenge that we've tried as much as possible to do awareness, and that is something that we would call SEAAKENYA to come on board and help us, especially in creating awareness among community members on how to adopt clean sources of energy, and also spread the message amongst themselves. So far, the projects that already have been procured and are being implemented are about 9, and all of them are water-related projects. Apart from what you saw in Lions Garden, which is a mitigation project. For Lions Garden, we are trying to do mitigation. At the same time, we're introducing something in the city called Sponge City concept, where all the flooding water will be sponging in the park, and we reduce the velocity of the water before it goes to the community. We need to ensure that the projects that we are doing, as I mentioned, this funding is ending in 3 years by World Bank. We need to ensure that we are doing projects that are easily sustainable by the county and the community. That is the future. Number 2, for the counties that have not implemented, they need to venture very well in terms of research, especially social research, and ensure that the projects are going to benefit as many people as possible. And they avoid as much politicizing these projects as possible. You go to the community, ensure that you involve the community, do your research, ensure that the projects are going to benefit as many people as possible. Remember, these are donor-funded, those are donor-funded projects. It will be very prudent if you're able to use this money as well as you can, so that you can attract as many partners in the future, even in the expansion. As I mentioned, like us, most of the projects, because the funding wasn't enough, we are just doing whateve I've mentioned. You could hear me mention 1.5 kilometer, because that's the only money we could have. But we would want to now, reticulate this water to people. That's it. If you just do 1.5 kilometer, and someone still has to walk like 3 kilometers to come and take that water, is not sufficient. You see? So my rallying call is, let's ensure that we do this project to the fullest, and we reach to the doorstep of the people that we are doing these projects to.
We as an organization, we participated actively, making sure that the formation of the ward climate change planning committees are done as per the guidelines, and therefore guidelines and the requirements from the World Bank, as we work together with the county leadership, more especially these 2 counties, Nakuru County and Nyandarua County. And so far, we can say so far so good, because a lot has been achieved. And again, looking at more so the sustainability of the work, so the mandate of these committees, I can say that so far in these 2 counties, that has been far much achieved. After the funding, for example, from us as SEAAKENYA, even WWF, what next? If that funding, then it's done. What next with the communities? And therefore, that's why we have just looked at to strengthen capacities of these ward committees, so that they can be able even to write proposals and fundraise elsewhere, because the needs are many and they are across the communities, not only about energy, not only about climate change alone, but we have a lot of needs within the community. So let them take this advantage of writing proposals and submitting them to attract more funding, so that that can also be able to address the needs of the communities. At the same time, let me in a special way thank that partnership and collaboration that we have been having at the counties, County of Nakuru, County of Nyandarua, because that goodwill enabled us as an organization to be able to actualize even the proposals, the proposed projects that we had as SEAAKENYA, together with the WWF. Remember, we have a target as a nation that we have clean cooking to achieve 100% clean cooking by 2028. We cannot achieve this if we do not take energy access as a key thing, and even other related issues, which includes the climate change effects and impacts and all that. So from us, we are grateful to all our partners for the support, for inspirations, for capacity building. Yes, and we're looking forward for better engagements, even strong engagements. Thank you.
This is the power of connection, capacity, and courage. This is a story of energy access redefined at the grassroots level.